Hi everyone, I'm Susan McGarry. What we're going to do today is Aurora water slide decal system, and so I'll show you a little demo on it. You can find them on Artifil, but you can also find them on distributors, glass distributors. It is a water slide decal, and currently there's 5 different styles that can be placed on any non-porous surface. So things like wood, ceramic, canvas, glass, polymer, clay, any non-porous surface. If it's porous, like this little paper box, you can use Mod Podge over it and then put it on there. So the idea is I took my glass designs and I made them into decals. I made them into triangles so you get to pick your design. That's what I think is so cool about them. You're not stuck with a decal that can only be used one way. It can be used a million ways. Each package contains 20 decals, right? 10 left, 10 right. Complete instructions. All the instructions are in there. Design ideas. So here's some of the design ideas. And it tells you how to line them up so you can be successful. So the first step is get your piece ready. If it's glass, you're going to fuse it, right? You're going to get a full fuse. If it's a porous surface, put your Mod Podge on. But get your thing ready. And for me, I'm going to do glass, right? So we fuse our glass. It's much better to work on white. You pick the size you want. The second step is to cut the decals. Here are some of them cut. Here's what they look like, just like this. What you want to do, though, is be pretty darn precise. You want them to stay these really crisp triangles. Step 3, plan your design. Let me get out this so you can see. I have 4 lefts and 4 rights. So I have 8 of the 20 decals. There's still tons more, right? Follow the instructions on application, and what I'm doing is warm water in a dish. You put the decal in the warm water. Do your best not to touch the underside of the decal. We don't want the oil from our fingers to go under it. So the decal's in there. If you don't like where it is, you wet it a little bit and slide it around. Get it to right where you want it. And at this point, I would just blot it. So there's one of them. You would place them all on there. Then follow the instructions for firing, which is down here. It's got sample instructions for firing. That's easy peasy. But if you take your scissors and you cut each decal in half, right down the middle. See that? Right there. You cut it right down the middle, and you do that with 4 of them, or 8 of them, or 2 of them. It's got to be an even number to get this design going. Then, remember, 2 will equal that pattern, 4 equals that pattern. Well, if I cut them all in half, I can use 2 little triangles to create a 2 pattern, but the other half of the 2 triangles, now 2 triangles has made 2 different pieces, right? 4 triangles cut in half equals 2 different pieces, completely different. But that doesn't stop there. You can take these little triangles and cut them in half. So maybe I make a necklace out of 4 of these little halves, but I cut these in half and I make earrings with 2 of them of these little pieces. 2 earrings here, 2 earrings, pair earrings each. I've always been bothered that decals look the same. If you buy a decal from ABC, everybody knows. That decal came from ABC. It looks like the tree or the bird that we've all seen. But I wanted to make a decal that you got to pick the design. So you cut it out. Sure, it starts out with this design, but you decide how it's going to end. For things like canvas, wood, polymer, clay, how long they'll last is how long your sealant will last. But on ceramic and fused glass, forever. They are fused into the glass because, again, this isn't ink. This is glass on here. These are glass decals, low fire glass decals. So they will stay on your ceramic. They will stay on your glass forever. Permanent. This doesn't scratch off. It's on there, and you can see it's got a nice shine to it. There it is. Right? So it comes out with a nice finish. I have one more thing to show you. You can take molds I fused the piece of glass on there in white and then put a decal on it. And the way I put the decal on was laid out the design and then cut the hole in it, slid them into water, slid them on here, put it in the kiln, fired it at that 1250 to 1380. These are buttons. Buttons. And look at these little baby buttons. So I just think that's awesome. And there you go. Thank you guys, and be cool, honey bunnies. Bye.